We are back at it. Welcome to the Ask Mel Fit Show. I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. I appreciate you so friggin' much for being here. If you're new to this, it's exactly what it looks like. You ask your fitness questions, and I'll answer them. I'm a personal trainer, registered nurse, and a behavioral change specialist, meaning that I focus on the consistency rather than the intensity, but the intensity is needed as well. Please drop those questions down below, and I'd love to answer them. Let's get into the first friggin' question of the day. I need a bit of help. Yep, let's do it. I need a bit of help. I'm a 16-year-old teenager who has been working out for 5 weeks now. Good for you. But I need help with the diet part. It's a huge part for my workout, but I don't know what is good or bad for me. Oh boy, do I got an answer for you. I don't believe there's any such thing as a good food or a bad food. There are simply foods that are better for you by way of quality, and foods that are not as beneficial to you, if that makes any sense. But it's not like if you eat this food, it is bad for you. If you eat this food, it is good for you. I was out of the shot. Good for you, bad for you. Now, a lot of health and diseases, diseases come from eating in a calorie surplus, okay? That also packs fat onto the frame, makes you gain weight. So if you are in a calorie deficit, that is going to make you drop fat, drop weight. Eating at your calorie maintenance, a well-rounded, balanced meal. What you need is protein. That's what you want to focus on. That is the king of all the macronutrients, okay? Get your protein, carbohydrate, and then a vegetable or fat source. So your vegetable can actually count as your carbohydrate, okay? And then the fat source can come from oils, butters, whatever. Overconsumption of these things are ultimately what make them bad, okay? Too much of anything is bad. So a protein, a carbohydrate, and a fat. That's keeping it super simple. You're a growing boy, and I really feel that if you just focus on the protein aspect and then let the carbs and fats fall into place, that's going to do it for you. But you can Google, you can just simply Google what the good foods are. But I mean, good protein source would be, a lean beef. You could do chicken if you want. You could do turkey. You could do eggs. If you're, vegan, vegetarian, you could go with lentils or beans. You could go with, there's umpteen amount of things that you could go with when it comes from a carbohydrate. I love white rice. We could do brown rice. You could do quinoa. The vegetables, which one do you enjoy? Which vegetables do you enjoy? You like peas, you like green beans, broccoli. Focus on what you enjoy eating. Hit your calorie goal. You can use the app Lose It for whatever your goal may be. And then there you go. It can be quite simple. It can also be as complicated as you want to make it. Moving on to the next question. Working out and eating right consistently for 3 months. Barely lost 5 pounds. Well, good job on doing it for 3 months. I've been working out at the gym for about 3.5 months, 3 times a week. Each workout is about an hour and a half and a mix of cardio and strength training. Okay, you're it sounds like you're probably putting the work in while you're there. It matters what you do with the time, not necessarily the amount of time you put in. I've been eating right for most part. Okay. I stopped eating around 8. Oh boy. When I have done this in the past, I lost at least 10 pounds a month. But this time, barely lost 5 pounds this whole time. My clothes aren't getting any baggier or fitting differently. I'm getting completely demotivated and it sucks. Well, here's the deal. The whole not eating after 7 p.m., 8 p.m. thing, it's a bunch of crap, okay? That is a bunch of crap. What matters at the end of the day is how many calories you've taken in at the end of the day. How many times should I say end of the day? If you are in a calorie surplus, which you absolutely have been, because 3.5 months of dieting, if you've been focusing, eating right for the most part. Eating right for the most part means I ate healthy foods, which doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose fat or lose weight. Eating right for the most part means this person has not been tracking calories. They've not actually been looking at the numbers. So it is a guessing game that you're doing, and all the working out in the world won't mean jack, because if you're still overeating, if you're still in a calorie surplus, you are going to be gaining fat. It is what it is. So the last time what you did, you stopped eating at 8 p.m., it wasn't because of the timing. It was that you stopped eating. So you were more focused on it, and you put yourself in a calorie deficit whether you realize it or not. Has absolutely nothing to do with the timing of when you eat, and everything to do with how many calories you eat. So use the app, Lose It. Use the app MyFitnessPal to track that and know and put yourself in a calorie deficit. I tell you this with every fiber of my soul. It is the ultimate. And if you don't do that, it's not going to happen. It's the ultimate way to do it. So I hope that helps. I understand the frustration, but it's really that simple. You don't even have to work out if you don't want to. Next question, motivation. Motivation is something I hear so often. I'm a teen, and I've always wanted to be the person who wakes up at 6 a.m. My school starts at 8:30, so I leave at 7:50 to go for a run, but I have no motivation to. Stress mixed with lack of sleep and not being able to work out after school has really starting to affect my physical and mental health. Does anyone have any advice? Here's the deal. It's a bit of a red flag for me when you say, I've always wanted to be the person who wakes up at 6 a.m. Why? Why do you want to be the person that wakes up at 6 a.m.? Is that because you know if you wake up at 6 a.m., you're going to have enough time to work on the things to accomplish your goals? Is it because you want to wake up at 6 a.m. because you've heard that's what successful people do? Is it you want to wake up at 6 a.m. because you saw a successful person do that and you idealize them? What's the reasoning behind it? You want to do that and go for a run, but you have no motivation to do so. So, not always, but man, a big part of it. When someone says I don't have motivation, I read that as I don't have a real reason as to why I want to do this. Because you say not being able to work out after school, why? Why are you not? It sounds like you're saying stress mixed with lack of sleep. It's like I don't go to you. It's not that you physically can't. It's because you're tired. Okay, you're just saying that you're tired. It's not physically impossible, and from a time standpoint, it's not physically impossible. So it has to be you stopping you. So it sounds like you stopping you and understanding what you truly want. I could be wrong about this, but if it is affecting your mental health, if you feel that you might need some professional help, I highly suggest you do that. But the approach in what you're doing and knowing why you're doing it is absolutely friggin' pivotal. It really, really is. So focus on the reason why you're actually wanting what you want, and then go from there. I appreciate you being here. It means so much to me. If you're looking for fitness plans and fitness plans and based in behavior change and science, look down below. I appreciate you being here. To the patrons, Mental Fit Mafia, you mean so friggin' much to me. Drop those questions down below. I'd love to answer. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday. Every friggin' day.